Good day. Welcome to this meditation experience. And today, exploring a topic that I personally love so much. So, a little later in my day today, I'm not sure when you might actually connect to this, but when I'm speaking, I will be involved in teaching a boot camp class. So this is yelling at people, ordering them around. They seem to enjoy it. I'm very often asked as a fitness instructor, it's always assumed, given my interest in spirituality, that the fitness classes I would teach would be the yoga, the Pilates, the very mind body, quiet, calm disciplines. And quite frankly, no, I do those, but what I'm actually mostly trained in is the more chaotic ones, if you will. And I find I really enjoy because it makes it so acutely clear of the role of silence in how we actually operate. Most would think it's impossible to incorporate silence into such a loud and robust moment, but it actually, silence will always enhance the quality of whatever is going on. Silence was meant for day-to-day life. It's not meant to be something isolated or separate. It's meant to be blended into or integrated into day-to-day life. It always will enhance. And part of that is knowing what is silence, actually. It's not avoidance or escape or emptiness. It's very rich in everything that constitutes quality of life. So let's go in and experience this kind of silence and imagine what it would be like to integrate into our actions and interactions during the day, living silence, not a dead silence. So sitting comfortably, as always, the invitation to experiment with the eyes open, which might make it a little easier, particularly with this topic, to integrate into day-to-day life. It's easy for understand silence physically, this idea of reducing the input through the physical senses. So quiet spaces, the body becoming quiet or silent, so not moving, restful, minimizing visual input, all of these physical ideas of silence. But that's just the surface. And it's quite fragile. So we feel that our silence can be easily disturbed if it's just at that surface or physical level. It feels like we need to separate from all other aspects of life to sustain and protect that silence. So let me dive a little bit deeper, a deeper form of silence that's not based on the physical senses. I'm going to go inwards, and even though the eyes and ears are open, going inwards to a place beyond physical input, a place where I feel very absorbed, my attention very engaged, traveling to the very center of my inner universe, moving beyond all worldly thoughts, thoughts about roles and responsibilities, relationships, projects, tasks, that busyness, at the speed of light, moving through all of that, not stopping to engage with any of that, very keenly interested in reaching the center of my inner world, the center point, a beautiful place that's blissfully quiet and simple. All I am aware of at the center of my inner world is the self, and not any ordinary experience of the self, an extraordinary experience of the self we call spiritual. That I am this wonderful spark of living energy, a soul, far more than meets the physical eyes, not in any way described by my physical identity. I am this delicate, subtle spark of living light. And contained within me are all the qualities of life. Can't be found anywhere else. I could dive deep into the ocean, climb to the highest mountain peak, and still not find the wonderful resources contained within me. Peace, love, kindness, patience, joy, integrity, truth, balance, harmony. The list goes on and on. I am a treasure store of quality. I am invaluable, precious, just by being myself. It is when I forget myself that I lose access to all this inner richness. But when I remember, genuinely, sincerely let go of everything to just be with myself in such a real way, I can reawaken the richness of the self. And that experience creates a very unique form of silence, a very deep form of silence. The sound of my eternal self is very loud, but what becomes silent are all the noises of waste thoughts, of discontentment, of past hurts. All of that is very gently dissolved in the sound of my eternal identity. I, this very, very rich being, a soul. Within me is everything I've been seeking outside. Such a deep, unlimited reservoir of peace constantly resides within me. And my heart is actually built to be benevolent, kind, to deeply appreciate my true nature here at the very center of my inner world, free from all illusions. I am at peace with myself, comfortable with myself, and valuing myself for all the right reasons. This is a unique form of silence, silencing of the self-criticism, self-doubt, silencing of all the worries, concerns, and fears, the waste, and silencing of the discontentment, comparing, competing, criticizing. All of that without a trace of violence, dissolved, silenced. All that remains is the sound, the harmony of my true beauty, swimming in the sound of my true beauty as a soul. This is silence, spiritual silence. This deep experience of honoring the self is, of course, a stage I would love to integrate into my day-to-day life. Not something that's isolated, just at moments of seated reflection. I would like to live from this place of true silence, deep self-respect. Integrate this into my day-to-day life. And this silence ripples out. It colors my ears and eyes and mouth. How I see, how I listen, how I speak, all through the language of this silence, this deep cherishing of the sound. I start to see others in the same way. No longer having thoughts of judgment or being impressed either. It's just deep appreciation, valuing human life. I start to listen to others through silence, listening respectfully, really hearing the need of souls. And I start to speak through this silence, words of integrity and essence, no longer proving, depending, or explaining. Sharing that stage of self-respect through every word I speak. The vision, the listening, the speaking through silence. From this place of knowing how precious I am as a soul. This is living silence, a silence for day-to-day life that might even activate that state of deep silence in others as I go through the day, sparking in others the recognition of their own worth as a soul, creating a wave of silence as I go through the day. Om Shanti.